I tried to fit different growth habits to fit together, like playing Tetris. You know, my mom always said, that's never going to be beneficial to you, it's just a waste of time. Well, I'm playing Tetris with trees now. And so I'll take a larger overstory canopying tree, you know, I know it's going to grow like this, you know, kind of globular. And I'll put something that's going to be globular but smaller next to it so it can kind of nestle up against it. And something that's going to umbrella out like mulberries will often kind of look like an umbrella. Acacias will look like an umbrella. Mimosas will look like an umbrella. You can use that pattern to your benefit in the garden. So let's say, for instance, in my Zone 1 garden area, my garden beds are this close together because I want to pack as many in there as I can get. And so on the corners of my raised beds, this year, I'm going to be planting in there things like honey locust and mimosa, and I'm going to let them train up. Let's get up and go out here, and I'm going to keep everything trimmed off of their trunks so they're up above my head height. Then I'll let them branch out, and I'll bend their branches over. I'm going to intertwine their branches like this, and I'm going to be making trellises over my head, and I'll keep some stuff pruned out of there to let light through, but I want to have dapple light. I want to protect them from that western sun. So we're doing kind of the same thing. We've got a mulberry here, and what was that?
Jujube.
Yeah, so the jujube, I'm not even sure the growth habit on that, because the first time I heard about jujubes was Jeff was telling me about them, because they're putting them all over the place. He said those are kind of thorny, and I think that's probably another jujube right there.
It is. They kind of do a weeping thing.
Okay, so they do kind of a weeping thing, and this is going to go up, and that might get, if the soil wasn't so shallow and rocky, this might get 30 foot tall. It can be out like an umbrella. And that'll provide a lot of western shade to this area right in here, where he's going to be extending out perennials and annual pollinator support species and bee attracting species all in here. That's why we mulch this like this. This is going to get the first inputs of those things like echinacea and calendula and things like that that are going to bring in all the pollinators. We're going to have lots of food for the bees right in these triangles.
So if these are going to get all the full size, I mean, they're going to be really crunched together, right?
These are all going to be naturally dwarfed. If these live oaks were in deep soil, they'd be 60, 70 feet tall. That's an apple.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And so, if these were full-size rootstocks, I wouldn't expect these apples to get much bigger than this at their height of maturity. These are on semi-dwarf rootstocks. Almost all these apples are. So I'll be surprised if they get any bigger than these trees. They would top
So
out.
everything will be about half size.
Yeah.
So
Half
when
to
they
a
walk
third of
the
the size.
triangle, these all be,
Yeah.
they were
They,
full size.
they will be.
High.
They will be getting tight in some places, and so Jack might be coming through with some pole trimmers and selectively taking out some branches to allow another one. So I think this is a cherry. Nope, that's a plum. So this one's going to be smaller. We got a bigger cherry right there and a plum that's going to be smaller. So they're going to fit together a little bit better, kind of like this. The apple will be big and the plum will be smaller. And then right here, we've got gooseberries, and there's going to be, I think, goji and gumi. That's a goji? Gojis are next to the goji, okay?
Yeah, we're waiting on some goomies.
Yeah, goomies are coming.
What are the goji's going to
These are
do?
elderberry.
It just makes a berry?
Yeah, it's wolfberry. You've probably heard of wolfberry. So I suggested to Jack as a really important medicinal and that will grow great here and it can produce a lot of is elderberry. And that is the thing that is in my cabinet in cold and flu season that I'm taking in every day and I don't ever get a cold.
Are you taking Spencer's drinking juice or what is it?
It's you
Making
can
a concentrate or?
you can make it into a wine and that's great. Have a little glass of elderberry wine every evening. Great medicinal value in that. What I do, just because it's quickest and easiest, I take the berries, I put them all in a 2-quart mason jar, I smash them up with the handle of a spoon, smash them up real good, and then I fill it up with vodka.
There you go.
And I put the lid on it, and I set it in the pantry, and it sits there for a month or two, and then I open it up, smash it up a little bit more, and I strain it through some cheesecloth. Back into jars, into maple syrup bottles, and a teaspoon of that every couple of days in cold and flu season.
What do you do with the
Elderberry
berries?
has
Do
to
you,
be
like, crush
processed. You cannot just eat a raw elderberry like you do a blueberry or anything else. There's a lot of different
They're
things
not
you
very
can do.
tasty raw.
They'll make you
They're
sick.
not recommended to eat raw.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you do with the berries after you've like crushed them? It's it's sat for.
Toss them in the compost pile. Yep. So,
Elderberries all along.
right. So when you find elderberries growing out in the wild, what you're gonna normally find them located in is on the bank of a ditch, where it's intermittently flooded. So
That's what you got.
that's what we got right here. This is the kind of environment that they like. You'll normally find them on a south or western facing ditch, because they like a lot of sun and they like a lot of water. And this is the lowest swale, so this one is going to be the wettest for the most days out of the year. So I told Jack this is where I would put elderberries, and elderberries will get 12 foot tall, easy. And so that's going to help protect these from the western sun. It's going to help keep it a lot cooler. And man, he's going to have a lot of elderberries going in here. He's got like 3 or 4 different varieties, and he's got some more coming that he's just going to be plugging in.
So now that the goji berries, is that going to be too much shade for goji berries then?
I don't think so. We're going to find out.
I didn't know if they would work just with morning sun.
Oh, most things around here are going to be just fine with just morning sun. Most of your garden vegetables would be just fine with a complete exclusion of everything from noon to night. Just morning sun. That's what I do in my garden, and I don't have any.
I'm in the pine trees, so mine dry
Yeah.
a little bit. And I get a lot of dry.
Yep, exactly.
Gooseberries will be kind of an experiment. Jack just wanted to
I'm not
put them
familiar
in
with
here.
them, that's why I was asking.
This is really pushing the southern limits.
For gooseberries?
Yeah. I'll be surprised if they make it, but
Now, how about the wolfberries?
wolfberries are kind of in the same.
So a little bit further north, like where you are, is it
Yeah.
probably gonna do a little bit?
Tennessee is great for wolfberries.
Okay.
So, wolfberries.
Remember that.
And elderberries. You can grow elderberries all the way up into Canada, I believe.
Right,
Again.
So that's just about it.
All good, bro.
Go through this well, Nick, already? I know
Yeah.
we started
A lot of
last
it. A lot.